Hey Sales Mastery, welcome to Maximizing Your CRM. My name's David Welch and I've been with Whiteboard for about 4 years. So before we even get started, I want you to think about your CRM. It's probably full of a lot of data. Is it full of a lot of unconverted leads? Or is it how you manage your pipeline? Or is it just a repository for your post-funded data? Have you ever asked yourself, what's the purpose of my CRM? That's really important before we even get started. So if you'll take just a second, at least ask yourself, why do I have a CRM? What do I want it to do? If a CRM was a person, what job or jobs would I be hiring it to do? So with that identified, then we can maximize your CRM, meaning we can maximize the return on investment as far as money, but also the amount of time that you spend dialing it in. More importantly, we can help ensure that your CRM is doing what you need it to do. So specifically, in the next 15 minutes or so, we're gonna look at 4 keys that'll help you find success with your CRM. The 4 keys to maximizing your CRM. First, let's talk about getting started. And I mean getting started faster, so it'll help save you money and save you time. Even if you've had your CRM for a while, you're going to be able to benefit from these tips. Remember when you first got your CRM or you were shopping for your CRM, it was so tempting to jump into this software purchase with a laundry list of things that you wanted your CRM to do. But let's be honest, your CRM isn't a magic bullet. It won't suddenly solve all of your sales and marketing and relationship problems with clients and your partners. First, the bad news. Most CRM implementations fail. Some research shows between 20% and 70%. Why are all these CRMs failing? Well, think about how many CRMs you've had. Think about your last one. How did it go getting started as far as launching? How long did it take? What all kinds of configuration did you need to do? And how it probably failed on your desired objectives. So according to Forrester, who does the research on this, a failure to launch can be boiled down to usually one of 4 main areas. And these go across your business: people, process, strategy, and technology. And with the CRM specifically, that means poor user adoption, or poor definition of requirements of what you need your CRM to do, or just the absence of you having identified your desired objectives or your main priority and focusing on those. So with each area, every one of these could be helped with one thing, and that's focus. Meaning if you try to solve all of your problems at once with your CRM, you're going to end up failing and disappointed. Failure to launch is the main reason we get calls from LOs who are using other CRMs. They just couldn't get started. So first, focus your efforts. Again, let's start with asking, why did you purchase a CRM? What job do you want it to do? And I realize you're watching a recording, but identify this. This is going to be really important. To start, make a list of what's important to you. In other words, why do I have a CRM, or why do I want a CRM? So we talk to LOs every day. And here's some answers we commonly hear. I need to manage my current pipeline of leads and deals. I need to help me cultivate my partnerships. I need to leverage my funded database for refis, referrals, and reviews. I need to automate routine tasks. I need to track communication with partners and customers. And I need it to auto dial. I need it to integrate with every one of my systems. I need it to change the oil in my car. I'm kidding on that. But if you'll rank your list in order of priority with the one thing that's most important to you, and then by focusing on this one thing, you'll find success faster. It will also allow you to be more flexible as your priorities change. So I'm going to make you some suggestions. First, one of these 3. Even if you already have a CRM, pick one of these 3. Manage my current pipeline of leads and deals, help me cultivate my partnerships, or leverage my funded data. All 3 are strong things that a CRM can do for you, but they're different. So if you'll pick one of those 3, especially if you're just getting started, pick one of these 3 and focus on this, and we'll be able to get you launched faster. Any vendor will. After focusing your efforts, the second thing in getting started right is to evolve your definition on your return on investment. You have to keep asking yourself what's most important now. It might be a different set of priorities than it was when you got started, and most likely it will be. But then accomplish that one thing, reevaluate, and then move on to the next. So the takeaway, if you currently have a CRM, identify a focus or a desired objective, like your CRM really helping you cultivate your partnerships. And then work with your vendor or your provider to dial that one thing in, and then move on. If you are new to CRM, instead of expecting your CRM to do everything it can do right out of the gate, you'll be more successful if you will start with one focused, desired objective. Decide this one thing that you want your CRM to do. I get it. You want it to do lots of things, and it will, and it can. But if you want to launch fast and save money and get quick ROI and realize value, focus on that one thing. The second key to CRM success is to reduce your support frustration. We've all been there with all of our vendors. In one survey, 78% of respondents said the quality of their customer service interactions were a determining factor whether or not you would purchase a brand's products or services again. I can guarantee you, all of the mortgage-specific CRMs, we strive to provide the best customer support possible. But because CRM is complex, it's unrealistic for vendors to expect that clients be experts. As being an expert's our job, and it's our job to lower your need for support and then help you succeed with your CRM. That said, both parties, vendor and client, we have responsibilities to each other in the relationship. Your vendor should be staffing their support team with professionals that can not only resolve issues and help you become more successful, but can add value to your business. Ask about that if you're searching. And also ask if you already have a CRM. Is there any, like when you're on the phone with support, is there anything that you're hearing from LOs that maybe I need to know? If you're searching for a CRM at the very end, I have some questions that will help you kind of evaluate the level of support that you're going to get. As a client, you can reduce your frustration with support by giving them as much information as you can. What do you think of these questions? We have created a mass email campaign. Did we do it wrong? Why can't I get this report to run? What's going on with this weird message that I'm getting? You can see they're not really that great. So being vague is what results in the back and forth before support agents can even start troubleshooting. With just a few identifying details like, well, which campaign, what report, what's the error message, your support questions will be answered faster and with less frustration. So here, with a couple more details, probably is a better first interaction. We've created a new email campaign called Third Day Lead Follow-Up. It won't go out. The response from support, thanks. Let me look at your campaign and see what's going on. I know this seems to be elementary, but we all know the more specific and precise we are in our communication, the faster issues are resolved. And this is true with support. The second way to reduce your frustration with support is to familiarize yourself with the self-help tools available. It's rare for any CRM to be available 24/7, 365. So take the time and get familiar with their knowledge base. Most vendors will have articles and videos to walk through just about anything that the CRM can do, or at least it'll point you in the right direction to figure out how to accomplish your goal. The third way of reducing your frustration with support is to choose how you communicate. So think about your level of urgency. Is this a hot fire that must be solved immediately, or is it just a suggestion that you want to share? The priority of your issue should determine which communication channel you opt for. With email, you should expect a reply in a few hours, and sometimes it's even the next business day. And so use this if a problem can wait. Live chat, if all vendors should have this as an option. It allows you to chat quickly and with support while you are handling other tasks. It's not quite like phoning it in, but it's the next best thing. And I'll give you a secret. It's the preferred way that most support agents want to interact. It's because they can solve multiple issues at once and help the customer that much faster. So if you're not familiar where your live chat is in your product, call your vendor and ask. Last, pick up the phone if it's something that needs immediate attention, especially if you're really frustrated. And be prepared to provide as many specifics as possible to avoid the back and forth. You'll reduce your frustration both for you and the support team. Our last tip for reducing support frustration is that support should be using video. So look for videos on the knowledge base and on YouTube. Admittedly, this is an area where all of us as vendors can do a better job, and we're all working on it. But the biggest thing is this. If you're on a support call or a Zoom session, ask your support agent to record the session so that you can pay complete attention and not have to take notes. This way you can play it back later. So the takeaway, get a recording of your session. That way you'll have it. The third key to CRM success, maximize your texting. Now, I'm not talking about using text messages. Probably 99% of us text, but most LOs that we talk to handle their entire texting conversations with their borrowers and their partners on their personal phones. And that is, they use the same texting app that they use to text their family and their friends. And this is not ideal. Here's why. You likely have one or more people that you are working with. Say a borrower calls the office and talks to a team member who answers their question. But unbeknownst to your team member, you were already working with them on the same question using text in your phone. So you spend time getting the information to the borrower only to learn that your coworker has talked to them an hour ago. That's called collision, and it's something that you can't avoid with your team members. Here's how to minimize collision with your team members. We put together a kind of good, better, best scenario. That way you can, if you can't start out with the best, at least start out with a good. So good. Even if you're using something like Google Voice or Ring Central for texting instead of your phone, everyone on your team can have visibility to the conversations, giving your team one portal everyone can use to collaborate. Now, better. If your CRM has in-app texting where you and your teammates can collaborate with clients and partners via text, that's better. For compliance, then, your text messages, i.e. your communications with your borrowers, are stored in a contact record for future reference, not in your phone. So at Whiteboard, we accomplished this through in-app texting. We call it ad hoc team texting. Last month, our users texted over 70,000 ad hoc messages. Imagine how many phone calls that can replace. Now, best case scenario is that also your CRM could automate some texting. Texting could be used to scale repetitive events. So rather than sending hundreds of individual texts, you'll create one text for each of your event, and then your CRM will send them automatically based on a trigger, such as the completion of a milestone or an appraisal complete or a birthday. So it would be doing the work for you, and then you would simply respond once the borrower or the partner has responded back. Sounds like the best case scenario is to maximize your texting. The last key to CRM success is using your CRM for refis. Now, we know we're still in a refi boom, but you would be surprised at how many LOs still aren't using their CRM to automate getting refis. If you are using CRM for refis, bear with me, there's a takeaway for you. Now, one of our clients asked us to do this a few months ago to set up an automated campaign. And so we helped them figure out what we call entrance triggers, how to get the data in, to query the CRM for the data. And you can ask your vendor to do this. Tell them you want to create an automated refi campaign based on interest rate and date funded. Now, this is what it looked like. So you can see these two messages here. We worked with you on your home loan. Have you considered refinancing to lower your payments? And look at the response there. I was just thinking about it. Let's talk. Same message because it was automated. We worked with you on your home loan. Have you considered refinancing? And what came back was, we have two loans. Can we combine and lower the payment? So once the client responds, the LO or the LOA just responds from your CRM or from your texting app, and then you start to go do the work. So for this client, we ended up identifying like 55 that met the criteria for the experiment before they opened up for their whole database. He got 4 loan applications within the first hour. By the end of the week, he had 12. By sending that one automated text, we worked with you on your home loan. Have you considered refinancing? And now the way the CRM works, because it's looking for funded date and interest rate, now it just runs in the background. And this is something you can be getting ROI on. You just need to talk to your vendor if you don't have it set up. Let's put this all together. We've looked at 4 keys to CRM success. Put them all together and you'll be maximizing your CRM. First, think of your CRM as an investment that you can maximize ROI. If you think of it as a person, what job would you be hiring this person to do? Now identify that one thing and then dial that in so that you're doing that really, really well. Then reevaluate priorities and pick another desired outcome. Remember, secondly, that support is a two-way street. There's a lot of potential value there if you use it wisely. Familiarize yourself with the vendor's self-help materials, and when needed, use the support channel that matches the level of urgency. Third, texting can be a game changer if you're all on the same page. To maximize texting, use a texting solution that allows collaboration with your teammates and not just create collision. Get out of your phone. Get some sort of app or get a CRM that has texting built into it. If you can automate your repetitive tasks with texting, it will save you hours of time. And the last key was using texting to run some refi campaigns. For a relatively small investment of getting a campaign set up and written with probably just 1 or 2 lines, you can send messages to a targeted list that may benefit from a refi based on their rates, all running in the background. Now that's ROI. Thank you so much for spending your time with us today. If you have a question, send us an email, give us a call. If you'd like more information about Whiteboard, go to whiteboardcrm.com. There you can watch an overview video, or you can sign up to watch a deeper video that goes through all of the campaigns, all of the features. You can also sign up to get a demo with a salesperson. We want loan officers to be successful. And so even if you're not one of our customers, if you have a question, give us a call. If you're having an issue and don't know how to explain it to your vendor, give us a call. We can help you figure it out. If you're looking for a CRM, obviously, please give us a call. Even if we're not a great fit, we'll recommend somebody else for you. But we'd like to have the opportunity to see if we could help you grow your business. So again, thanks for the time. Be well.